Today on Attack of the Show, we'll have our award-winning combination of internet voyeurism and scantily clad ladies. Oh yeah, it's another MySpace Girl of the Week. Olivia Munn greases up her advice dispensing hands and puts them directly in your pants. Yeah. And Blair Butler removes the protective covers from this week's best comics in Freshing. All this and more on an all-new Attack of the Show, starting right now.
What's going on here? Think about this. Attack. Attack of the Show. Attack.
Welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I am Olivia Munn. Thank you. It is Friday, October 27th.
And make the following change in your playbill. Tonight, the part of Kevin Pereira is being played by Blair Butler. Wait, is that me?
That would be you.
All chicks, no dudes, live!
Yes!
Yes!
Woo!
The mud flap lady kicks
I
in the
love
groin.
that.
Swing.
And in honor of Ladies Night, Blair and I are going to compare crushes and spread unsubstantiated rumors about coworkers.
Yes.
It's so much fun. We're going to braid each other's hair, too.
Yes.
But I would like to make an additional note. It is no dudes, all chicks, except for one and only Mr. Will Tech O'Neill. He'll be here a little later.
Tech O'Neill will be here later.
But technically, he kind of stays to the side, so it really is an all chicks thing.
Right.
And we'll do, we'll bump
All
breasts
chicks,
and stuff. It'll be great.
one dude.
Oh yeah, that's good.
But first, we surf the web so you don't have to. It's our very own dolphin snagging trawl that we call Around the Net.
First up, is there a better way to take years off your life than clogging your arteries with some delicious bacon, or any bacon for that matter?
Yes.
Yeah,
Bacon.
Blair loves bacon.
Bacon's
Head
awesome.
over to gratefulpalate.com and become a card-carrying member of the Bacon of the Month Club.
Hickory smoked, yes.
I didn't even know there was that many different bacons. You'll get 12 different artisan bacons delivered to your door, plus an actual Bacon of the Month Club card, in case some vegans ever try to pull you over or something.
Damn the vegans. I have seen a lot of bad office pranks in my day. The all chicks, one dude day among them. But I have to say, this one, it's actually not half bad. I kind of like it.
That'll work. You can keep the sweater or throw it off so you can... you really gotta have it tucked in. All right.
Can I hold it?
All right, you can hold it.
Okay.
One hand. This is the one exception. Nobody else gets to hold it. We love Meredith.
Way back.
Y'all are right. Does everybody do this, or they just no way?
Teresa and Kim have tried it, but they hadn't got it.
Flathead.
Ready? Hold your hand out to the...
My question is, why would she want to drop a quarter from her forehead into a funnel in the first place? Why?
Blair, all I can say is never underestimate the power of the words, bet you can't.
That is so true.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true.
Bet you can't.
Bet you can't eat this candy eyeball, squishy, bet you can't, bet you can't.
You've been touching it for the last hour.
My hands are clean. I washed them earlier today.
I'm going to get a bowl of...
Bet
Get your
you can't.
eye out of
Bet
my
you can't.
face,
Okay,
Mon.
she's not going to do it. We'll see what happens during the break. On techieblog.com, witness the world's first Lego flamethrower. How does it work, you ask? Well, in the words of creator, by winding a little round knob, which pulls a string, which pulls a lever, which pushes the bottle of butane against a holder from a hole with which butane shoots through. It's very simple, really.
Yeah, flamethrowers are incredibly easy. That was like a directions for some sort of superconductor.
I know, it was like a bomb. It's like, actually, I think a bomb would have been easier to make.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, you guys, that is enough internet for today. Bet you can't. Bet you can't.
Hell no. Go to g4.com/AOTS for all of these links. She's been touching it for like the last 15
My
minutes.
hands are clean. Earlier, I went to the bathroom, forgot to wash, but then I washed them later. It's good.
I'm not drinking your pee, Mun.
That's just rude. I would drink your pee if you ever asked me. For the record, if you ever asked me to and you need me to.
We're going to a dark place.
It's a very dark place. But you guys, while we talk about this and discuss what we're going to do, let's head on over to Layla Cayley. She's got all the only news you need to know. And here's a look at what's coming up later in the feed.
Thanks, Olivia. Lots of news in today's feed. First, we'll tell you how Windows Vista's latest delay might have you waiting a long time for a shiny new operating system. Plus, we'll tell you which famous hacker is being a worm in Apple's, well, Apple. And we'll show you which game's characters just got a masculine makeover. It's all coming your way in the feed, but first, back to the gals.
Halloween is almost here, and if you haven't spent enough countless hours working on your own costume, now you get to worry about dressing up your personal technology items as well. That's great.
That is great. Now, you guys, listen to this. Load up that copy of Buzz Ballads and get your iPod a costume of its own from iAttire.net. See how I did that? It's iPod, iAttire, iTunes.
iAttire. It's all got
look
the I
at
in it.
this. These are, I gotta say, homemade. They've got to be. They got to be some little old lady
This is
in
the
her.
saddest.
They've got some like Asian kids like sewing together these felt things. Look, it's like the sword you get on your
cocktail
pickles.
napkin sword.
You get it from I know, and they have an eye patch and felt.
Yes.
Here, let me see this.
High
this
quality.
Sword. Here, now this is the devil.
Now he's naked.
It's the devil with do you see this? Yeah. Wait, look. It comes out too. Wait, here, hold on.
It doesn't get more dynamic than that.
It's pretty much awesome. Here you go, Blair. Now it's on a stick. I didn't touch it. No, it's sanitary now.
Get your stinky eyeball out of my face, man. That's rude.
Now be sure to stick around because later in the show we are bringing the pain, and you know I love when people get hurt. I say it every week, really. We have strung together our favorite ouches, oh craps, and what a freaking moron. Yeah, speaking of violence, people who switch channels during commercial breaks make me literally see red. You know, there's pretty much people are getting hurt later on. Why would you leave?
Don't test her, please.
Why would you leave?
She has an eyeball on a stick.
Eat it. I dare you. No, I bet you won't. I bet you don't. I bet you don't.
We'll sneak open a new browser window to peek at our MySpace Girl of the Week. And we'll have a hot girl-on-girl session of embarrassing relationship questions when Olivia Munn goes in your pants.
It's that.
Hey, welcome back to Attack of the Show. We've been waiting here, and it's really not wise to keep us waiting. But since I'm still somehow in a giving mood, here's all the news you need to know. It's the feed.
Thank you, Olivia. It's time to start the feed. This week, Microsoft pushed its release to manufacturer's date for their new Windows Vista operating system. The uploaded OS was supposed to be made available to manufacturers on Wednesday, but it's just been pushed back to November. This delay may also push back the commercial release of the software, as well as prevent PCs bought during the holiday season from having the OS pre-installed. Due to an earlier delay, Microsoft is already offering coupons for express upgrades to consumers who buy new PCs before Vista is available in stores. The hacker famous for breaking copy protection restrictions on DVDs now claims to have conquered Apple's iPod. John Leck Johansson, better known as DVD John, announced he's reverse-engineered Apple's FairPlay DRM software, which prevents songs stored in Apple's AAC format from being played on other MP3 players. FairPlay also prevents music and movie files from many other services from working properly on the iPod. DVD John plans to license this technology to media companies who want their files to work on the popular iPods, but don't want to sign a distribution contract with Apple. Hide your credit cards. Arcos has unveiled the world's largest hard disk-based portable media player. The new Arcos 504 has a 4.3-inch color screen, battery life up to 17 hours, and supports several audio and video formats. The 504 is available in 40, 80, and 160 gigabyte models. And finally, one of the new races in Blizzard's upcoming World of Warcraft expansion, the Burning Crusade, just got a bit more butch. According to Blizzard, the Horde's new Blood Elf race had its male character model altered in response to concern that it appeared too feminine. Blizzard said that as a member of the Horde, the elves had to portray a more menacing image. Well, of course, it is important to note that no matter how buff your character is, you're still pretending to be an elf. Well, that's all for today. You can now get the feed to go on your iPod. Visit the iTunes store, go to g4tv.com/podcast, and click on iTunes Podcast to subscribe. It's the only news you need to know. I'm Layla Kaylee, and you've just been fed. Back to you.
Hey, thanks, Layla.
Hey, before you get all caught up in what could potentially turn into a social life, we recently went to the Stride Gum Lounge at GameSpot's After Hours event in San Francisco to find out what makes a complete Counter-Strike Source player.
Ooh.
The Stride ridiculously long-lasting Counter-Strike tournament brought together the nation's best first-person shooter fanatics. And after waging online warfare for over 2 months, only 3 teams were left standing to battle for the $1,000 prize. So what set these 3 teams apart from the other CS pretenders?
We train pretty much every week, at least 2 times a week, I think. And we just went over something that we call dry runs. Just be 5 of us just telling each other, all right, when we call out this strat, this is what we do. Just practicing so everybody had everything memorized. If you play the game every day, you get an hour in a day, you keep your skills sharp.
And what makes the ultimate Counter-Strike competitor? Quick hands? Killer aim?
Terrorists win. Honestly, I've learned in this game, for so many years of playing it, it's not about reflexes. You can have amazing reflexes and amazing aim, but if you can't communicate with your team and you can't hold your ground, you're no use to a team. A great Counter-Strike player is made dedication, teamwork, and just going out there and shooting people.
You gotta love to play it or you're not gonna do any good.
We have fun, and that's the key. If you're not having fun, you're not going to do good, you're not going to be successful. Have fun and you will win.
Counter-Strike, bringing people together to shoot and kill other people.
Yeah.
It's my favorite kind of bringing people together. Now, don't flake out on me now. There's only 2 minutes worth of commercials to sit back through, and you know, we've counted it out, and you know, you can not do that much in 2 minutes. So you really can't. You can't like get a drink because that's a long way to the kitchen.
Attack of the Show is brought to you in part by New Stride, the ridiculously long-lasting gum. We get their appetite for knowledge satiated with the feed. And Blair Butler walks you through the week's best and worst comics in fresh ink.
Attack of the Show. Attack.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. Now, your sex life is in crisis, and we've got something here to soothe that pain, that anger, that frustration. Here's a second look of In Your Pants. Sex columnist Anna David is back with more sage advice, and as always, Kevin is here to keep it real. All right, our first question is from a guy who wants it more than his girl does.
My girlfriend doesn't want sex more than once a week, but I want it like 3 times a day. What should I do? Do I need a new girlfriend?
3 times a day? Are you kidding me? Okay, I have a high sex drive, but that's ridiculous. Anna, what do you think?
I think that's a very, very high sex drive, and I think that you'd be hard pressed to find a woman who wants to have sex 3 times a day.
She'd be broken. She'd be raw inside.
Maybe it's a woman who hasn't had sex in a long time, and maybe she'd want that for like a week or 2. But I don't know. I think that's a very high sex drive. And the thing is, it might even be worth looking at whether or not that's a concern.
Yeah.
You know, you might want to consider if sort of thinking about sex, being preoccupied with sex, interferes with your life at all, because that's excessive, right?
I mean,
I think so, yeah.
Oh, you know, guys masturbate like every. I mean, guys
Speak
masturbate.
for yourself, sweetheart.
Well, you know, from what I hear, guys. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, what?
What was that?
That was my boys. That was my dog pound.
Your dog pound?
Yeah, let me hear from him again. See?
Okay, well, so the dog pound, I hear men masturbate is my point. And so this guy masturbates. He says, you know, if he wants to have sex like 3 times a day, he has sex with her once a day, he masturbates the other 2. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, is it? I mean, as long as he's not like, you know.
I think that's a little high. I think it's worth looking
into.
Yeah.
And finally, a guy looking for the secret to making a good first impression.
Hey girls, I was wondering, what's the first thing you notice about a guy when he comes up to you?
First thing I notice is the way he looks. Is that so wrong? I mean,
no, we love that about you, that you're just honest.
Well,
no, and I agree. I mean, I think there are obvious things. You know, first you notice if he's smart and like if he's wasted or something like that. But aside from those obvious things, I think I go smile, eyes, nose, and then
face.
Yeah, I mean, but smile first, then eyes. Yeah. Then, you know, sort of general shape of the face. Body last, maybe. I don't know.
Mine has got to be just the whole pack, especially his style.
Style is key.
Style is key. But if guys wearing some cheesy, bad T-shirt with like some like, you know, has like, you know, Fat Albert on it, like I'm not going
or I
there.
was stupid. Pointing to like.
Or even it's a really cheesy, trendy shirt. I can't do that either. It's just the whole look. And then it's pretty much like what comes out of his mouth.
Yeah, and I mean, then you notice like the pluses, like if he's got dimples, you know, a cute little, you know,
got a
facial
dimple.
hair.
Hi, Anna.
That's so
hey,
cute.
Hi. Do you like my smile?
I
my
know,
nose,
that
my
is
eyes?
adorable. I wish I had dimples. But you notice things like that, and then you notice like the minuses, you know, inordinate number of tattoos,
Does
bad
he smell
breath.
funny?
Yeah, smelling funny.
What about you, Kevin? What's the first thing you notice when you see a girl?
Wow, breasts. I mean, you don't. I mean, there's that whole. I mean, wow. I thought it was what's on the inside that counts. I'm really kind of taken aback that I'm hearing that. At the, you know, this is terrible. You said it's about you can't have a tattered shirt and no tattoos, but if he's got dimples, it's like, do you have a checklist and it's like plus and minus, and at the end,
the first time
you hope you come in under par.
Okay, if a guy walks up to you, it's like you just look at, is he your type?
If you can't see what's inside,
thank you.
But that's what guys want to do. I want to get in there and see what's going on. I want to pop the hood.
That's different than what's inside, Kevin. You can only feel what's inside. You can't really see what's inside.
Oh, okay.
But breasts, I heard you say.
Well,
I mean, but you're not.
Initially, yeah.
I gotta say this.
If I can see a woman coming around the corner 5 minutes before I see her face, I'm interested. You know?
No, that's not true at all. You're not a.
It is. I want to put some drinks on them. Let's get those bad boys going. Wrap some Christmas lights and let's do it up. Yeah, of course. Top heavy's great.
Nice.
Then when you're pulling her hair, it's like, oh, I'm just trying to balance you out, sweetheart. Trying to keep you on an even kill.
Keep those double D's balanced out. Okay, so we go for the outside. He goes for the big boobs.
I'll go for the inside. I'm just saying. It normally doesn't happen right away. You got to give it a little time.
All right, well, you guys, that was really good advice, Kevin. But you guys at home might want to read Anna's extended answers to the questions you just heard. You can go to our website at g4tv.com/AOTS and find out more about Anna on our website or her website at annadavid.com. In your pants, basically the best thing to happen to your sex life since forensic evidence. Ew. What? Now they get caught. It's a good thing, Blair.
Okay. And now to further warm you up for that satanic holiday we call Halloween, here's another look at how your favorite horror movie killers got their start.
Did I scare you?
Okay, class, today we're going to learn how to properly chase a victim through the woods. Any volunteers to play the victim?
They always pick me as the victim because I'm the only girl.
Carrie, excellent. Thank you. Come on. Come on. And you're going to run that way. And I want you to run fast, okay?
Please don't touch me.
Okay, class, so Carrie's going to run as the victim. Big fella, you're going to chase her. All right, ready? Go! No. No. You don't run after the victim. You walk with purpose. You're trying to scare her, and you certainly don't run like this, all right? All right, take it back to one. Crazy eyes, you're in. All right, ready? Walk with purpose. And go! Carrie, I'm gonna need you to fall down more.
You want me to fall down?
Yeah, you need to fall down more. That way, they can catch you.
Okay.
Go!
Oh, I'm falling down.
Fall down.
Oh, I'm falling down. Oh, no. I fell down.
That's good. Crazy eyes, you can probably walk a little faster. Why don't you put this on? There you go. Yeah.
What the hell is in this thing?
Rocks. Put your shoulders back. You're a pretty girl. Act like one. All right, I really need somebody to catch her. So you're the man. You ready to go? Have you seen the size of my feet? Ready? Third time.
Fine.
Go. Can somebody stop her? Catch her?
Was a goodly shot.
Yeah, that'll do.
God.
That'll do.
Ow. Ow.
Is she dead? Don't worry about it. She's on date. I'm sure she'll be fine.
Do one more.
There will be more Slasher School on Attack of the Show Monday and Tuesday, so keep all the plot lines clear in your head.
In fact, don't do anything during this break. We don't want you to black out and forget anything. It's very important that you sit there and look at the screen until we come back on. We'll be waiting for you. We'll watch you. I swear to God.
It's Attack of the Show.
Hey, welcome back to Attack of the Show. If TV were a giant bundt cake, we'd be the batter remnants your mom lets you lick out of the bowl.
And what baking metaphor would be complete without a tidy collection of sexy, yet approachable internet babes?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't really tell you. I'm thinking right now, and I can't even think of it. Wait, hold on.
Well...
No, I can't even tell you. Because we need them. We need them. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking, and I can't find it.
The Mun train's gonna keep on rolling, but right
That's
now,
what I do.
here's our MySpace Girl of the Week.
Hey, joining us via webcam today is last week's winner, Katie. Hey, Katie.
Hey, Katie.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, how
I
are
can hear
you?
you perfectly. Great. How are you?
Good.
Doing well.
Are you in your dorm room or your house, or where are you at?
Yes, this is my dorm room, USF St. Petersburg.
Nice. She's training to be or studying to be a math teacher.
USF St. Petersburg, it sounds like you're on a submarine. That's awesome. So, Katie, the viewers say you were the best Oktoberfest girl. Why do you think that is?
Best Oktoberfest girl? Well, I'd have to say that anyone who likes Germany and drinking more than I do should probably join a support group.
Wow. Well, maybe you should join a support group if you like drinking that much, Katie.
12 steps.
Well, so, do you have any embarrassing drinking stories to share with us on national television?
Well, of course, I have many embarrassing drinking stories. But I'd have to say the best one is my first weekend at Eckerd, when I thought it would be really funny if I stole beer from the head of all the RAs.
Wow.
And I almost got away with it, except that he saw me on my getaway and chased me all the way downstairs his dorm, and I tried to hide in the handicapped bathroom, and it didn't work out.
And
I ended up getting written up in 20 hours of community service, but it was totally worth it.
You won the handicap bathroom.
One bottle.
It's kind of like a good idea at the time.
It's like one bottle of liquor. She's like, it's totally worth it. No, you don't need AA. She's like, other people need AA. I'm great. Well, you guys, next week is Halloween. We are all planning our costumes, and we researched MySpace high and low for the scariest girls we could find. But don't worry.
Yeah.
They are still hot, just more like scary hot.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. First up, we have Scara Black. Her location is My Void in the United States. It's very dramatic.
It's dark in My Void.
I know, 35. Her quote is, "I'm going to carve your ass like a pumpkin." It's not very nice, I tell you. That's got to hurt. She collects bones in various funeral ephemera, once owned a 1972 Superior Coach Cadillac hearse, and she considers laughing just as good as sex and loves animals.
Oh, well, thank God for that.
And I hope they're not together, laughing, sex, and animals. Hey, so Katie, what do you think about what's Scara?
Well, she sounds like she has good taste in cars, and aside from her pictures, seems like a pretty fun person.
Well, there you go. She seems fun.
Very nice. She does seem fun, and she loves animals. Next up is Jezahel Van Horn. Location, Tromaville, California. Age 29. Quote, the queen of Gorlesque. Horror upon horrors. She stars in Jezahel's Bloodbath Burlesque show. Calls herself a whore for horror.
She's a bloody whore. Bloody whore.
Oh, man. Lists red lipstick, dangerously high heels, and corsets among her indulgences. So, Katie, how do you feel about Jezahel, the horror whore?
She looks pretty scary to me, and I think I'd run away if I saw her coming at me in a dark alley.
Well, there you go. That's a very good, assumption of her. Now, we just lost Katie. Hey, last but not least, there is Zombie Cat. Location, Seattle, Washington. She's 23. Now, when you close your eyes, it is hell you see. It's kind of scary. She says she hates almost everyone, which is weird because she's on MySpace and you're supposed to make friends here. Her page includes a poll labeling her 74% evil. Her general interests include blood, bloody boys, and spankings. So I don't know about that. What do you think about her?
74% evil is such a precise degree of evil.
I know,
that's
it's very
incredibly
precise.
accurate. It's like A little less than 3/4 evil.
Well, we want to thank Katie for joining us.
Thank you,
Thanks
Katie.
so much. Now,
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Katie. Now, so that we can crown a winner, go vote for your favorite scary chick at g4tv.com/AOTS. Now, if it fits neatly into square panels and includes at least one person with unexplained powers, it is covered in fresh ink. That's my girl with 2 broken arms dance. And it fits perfectly with the fresh ink music.
It does.
Can you do it with me?
I look like a sad wind-up toy.
You know what? You look like the perfect co-host for me. I love it.
Thank
you guys, she isn't just a cool co-host. She actually is a certified comic book expert. See? Oh, it's beautiful.
Whoa.
Hey, what do we have today,
All right,
Blair?
we have the best comic books that came out in October. The best, hands down.
Now, the first up is The Other Side #1.
Yes. Now, this is a comic book about the Vietnam War. Half of it is about an American soldier, and half of it is about a Vietnamese soldier. It's really brutal, but it's so well written. This is the sleeper. I think this is the sleeper comic of October. Picked it up on a whim. Great book.
Now,
Great
it's really violent and really vulgar, though.
Yes.
So a lot of people have to know about that.
Yeah, it is not. This is not your grandma's comic book. But but what I will say about it is, if you like Full Metal Jacket or Apocalypse Now, you should pick this up. It's great stuff.
Now, the verdict and why is basically just pick it up. It's great stuff.
Yep, buy it.
Buy it! Now, the second is the Ultimates Ultimates 2 #12.
Yes.
So explain this one to me.
Okay, so this is, again, this is Marvel's Ultimate line. This is sort of the HBO version of the Avengers. And this is such an amazingly action-packed issue. It's a big final battle between the Ultimates and this sort of third world coalition that's taken them on. It's amazing. Every panel is just packed with action and craziness. I highly recommend it.
Now, didn't this one come out in September?
It did. It did. And what happened was, at the end of the month, it came out right at the end of September, so we missed it for Best of September. It's so good. It got a little bump into Best of October because you shouldn't miss it.
So I'm guessing the verdict is buy?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Total buy for Ultimates 2 #12.
Okay, now the third is Escapist #4.
Right.
What's that one about?
Okay, so this is a comic book about a guy and a girl they're writing a comic book about this character called the Escapist, who's actually from a novel, Cavalier and Clay. A lot of people really, really love this book. And basically, it's really fascinating because it's totally, as I've always said, a comic book about comic book nerds, for comic book nerds, by comic book nerds. And it's really cool. This is an issue where they're doing like a silent issue of the comic book.
Yeah.
Really great stuff.
Now, I got to ask you, what's up with the 2 art styles they have there?
Well, one of the things that's so unique about this is that they have an art style for the sort of the comic book nerd story, and then they have an art style for the actual comic book superheroes that they're writing about, and the way they sort of seamlessly blend together. Really cool. Great stuff. Highly recommend it.
So the verdict is buy?
Oh, yeah. It's a buy.
It's a buy. We got 3 buys so far. Now, the last one, Ultimate Power #1.
Right. Okay, so this is another big Marvel event. How many events are you going to have, Marvel? But this takes the Ultimates, the characters I was talking about loving earlier, and Supreme Power, which is a comic book about another superhero team that's not set in the Marvel universe. They're in a totally different universe, but it's published by Marvel. They come together, and it's a great comic because it's written by Brian Michael Bendis, one of the best writers in all of comicdom, and it's drawn by Greg Land, who does these photorealistic characters. So with this kind of superstar artist and writer behind it, and those my 2 favorite super teams crashing together, how can it not be a buy?
It's definitely. So we got 4 buys today.
Yeah.
All good buys.
Best
Thanks
of
so
October,
much.
people.
Now, of course, our handy website has even more fresh ink for you fans and your internets. Stick around. There is much more Attack of the Show right after this.
Our tech expert, Will O'Neill, brings us the shiniest toys in AOTS hardware. And we'll have a behind-the-scenes look at one of the most interesting rock reunion tours ever.
It's Attack.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show, where being an early adopter has nothing to do with Angelina Jolie.
No,
nothing.
and to prove it, we're handing things over to our tech expert, Will O'Neill, who's packing some AOTS hardware. Oh, we look like a United Colors of Benetton ad. That's awesome.
And I am actually packing some hardware today. It's this whole 3 chicks, 1 dude thing. It's got me pretty excited.
Nice.
3 chicks, 1 dude.
This is a lot like this movie I was watching last night at home. Anyway,
Was it a merchant
so I
ivory
have this
film?
really cool product.
Yeah, let's talk about products, Tech O'Neill.
Product.
Wow.
Not dirty old Grandpa O'Neill.
Stuff. You know you love it. So this is the RCA Lyra X3030.
Yeah.
It's a portable video player, but it's pretty
How
cool.
convenient that he has G4 playing.
Yeah, it works better that way. But yeah, so this product is pretty cool. It's about $400 to step up from the last model, the X3000, but it has 30 gigs of storage room, so you can put tons and tons of movies,
Yeah,
videos.
about how many hours is that?
Quite a few.
You can't do the math real quick, Tech O'Neill?
Come on, you're the Asian one.
1,700.
What's the battery life like?
The battery life with this guy, I mean, I'd say that for like videos, you're probably going to get like 3 or 4 hours. Yeah. Because, you know, you got this big screen here, it's going to suck it up. But it's a pretty cool device.
It is a big screen.
But it's, yeah, how big is the screen? It's like 2 inches? You don't know anything.
I don't know anything.
What you do know is something that somebody was telling me earlier about this is that it has the USB, but also has the RCA cable, so you can take it off your TiVo.
You can do anything. You can actually copy videos from like a TiVo, from a satellite cable broadcast. Yeah. It's pretty awesome. And it has support for Windows DRM stuff, so like I love Rhapsody, so I can like, you know, put a ton of Rhapsody music on and stuff like that as well. It's pretty cool.
Now, how much does this thing cost?
It's $400, but I'm sure that you can afford it. You're big time.
I am big time.
I may even let you have that one.
I totally
for some
can.
favors.
Would you? Oh. For favors, like what kind of favors? No, I'm serious. I mean, I'm willing to wheel and deal.
Show.
Let's talk about that later. It's this whole 3 chicks, 1 dude thing. It's just got me
I
off
know.
3 chicks.
You're 1 dude.
No, but it's a great little device. It has a little kickstand. You can see it has a little stand there.
I know. I like this kickstand.
It has this really cool remote control as well, so you can like control like if you have it hooked up to your audio system, you can sort of have it over there and sit there with your remote. Or if you're lazy like me, you can go like this and just sit there like that.
So is this like good for someone going on the plane?
Or if you want to watch some videos in the bathroom, like you're at work, you want to like take some videos with you into the restroom to, you know.
Well, I gotta ask you,
would those feature 3 chicks, 1 dude?
Yes, it probably would.
Can I ask you though, what's the difference between this? I mean, I know the screen's bigger. What's the difference between this and like an iPod nowadays?
Well, this one actually. Well, the thing about the iPod is that doesn't have support for like Windows DRM type stuff, a lot, and like DivX and things like that, which are these like a lot of like video formats that like nerds like me are into.
Right.
This guy can play pretty much anything.
Anything.
Yeah,
nice.
That's what's cool.
Wow.
And the screen is nice and big.
Get your hands off it.
So this is what happens at the end of every tech segment. We steal it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that, but that's what we do. For more information, head to g4tv.com and poke around just a little bit. You can't have it. Hey, Blair.
Yeah.
What are you going to be for Halloween? Actually, I want to ask you. You can stick around.
You know,
I ask you too.
I was thinking pregnant smoking nun, or maybe when I was in 4th grade, I dressed up as a toxic waste dump. I put on like a big box.
That's awesome.
I was a toxic waste.
The other day, we were looking online and we found this really great internet study for you. Yeah, it's a recent survey indicates that sexy and revealing are the watchwords for this year's Halloween costumes. That's right.
Like sexy and revealing Pope. There's a shocker.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, the top costumes are pirates and wenches, sexy female pirates and rugged Captain Hook types.
Nice.
Yeah, pimps and hoes. The tackier, the better.
Oh, yeah?
Very
that
politically
would be
correct.
Oh my God, that works.
It's a pimp and a hoe. Zzz. Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's just...
It has sexy, skimpy costumes of any kind for all shapes and sizes of people. I actually saw the sexy Rainbow Bright costume.
Yes.
Which was very exciting. I would love to do that. What do you think about
sexy
that?
Senator Mark Foley. That one's good too.
That would be awesome.
The sexy capital page.
Okay, now what is the deal with women at Halloween? It's like they're everyone's excuse to just be a slut.
Exactly.
Just be that way every other day of the year.
Well, because then people can't.
It's Will O'Neill's world. We just live in it.
I know, right? Because if you dress like a slut every day, people judge you and they throw stones at you.
And then you'll have tons of friends.
I've gotten hit in the head with stones all the time for my slutty toxic waste dump costume.
Did you really?
Absolutely.
How is it slutty toxic?
Well, it was a big box, but then there was a big hole here, and then I was nude underneath. Anyway, stay put during these commercials, but remember, apply directly to the forehead is not an invitation to rub your nasty little face on the TV. Maybe instead you should check out g4tv.com/Halloween to see me take a bus tour of Los Angeles' most frightening crime scenes. A web exclusive.
You're kind of slutty.
I love it.
I was actually a slutty dead hooker in that web exclusive.
Wow.
But I did have pants on, and my lady parts were covered. Sorry.
It's Attack of the show. Attack of the show. Attack.
Hey, Blair.
Hey, welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. Yes, it's a bold claim, but we are confident.
We are confident. We
We're
have
definitely
all the stuff you care about. You just trust that we know you better than you know yourself.
Yes.
We really do. We've done the investigation. The web cameras in your house are up to speed, so we definitely know what's going on.
Even when I stutter, I'm confident.
She is confident. Trust me. This the look of confidence. This, the look of best friends. We're best friends, and I love it. Okay, you guys, when it comes to famous supergroups in rock music history, one stands head, shoulders, and liver damage above all others.
Here's an encore presentation of Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Usher.
They're finally here. The supergroup of the century. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Usher. Hippie Canyon rock and R&B collide for the first time ever on stage.
We've been kissing, we've been dancing. Now it's time for some backdoor romancing. Can you keep a secret? Promise not to tell.
Shh. I wanna ice your nipple.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash. They're old. They're real old.
Well, look, you spend 32 years together. There's a few, we've all each other's wives.
And each other.
Yeah, I kind of blocked out a lot of the 70s, so I don't remember much.
I don't remember the 60s at all.
Sorry, what was the question?
I ran a lot of blank tape.
I sold my bones for some blow.
I don't prefer to look upon the past as dark days. We actually have an African American in our band now, so I look at our future as our dark days.
I did a song with Phil Collins called Hero back in '94, went straight to the top. Phil Collins is a black man. I mean, what's the big deal?
My inspiration, it's the women and what I do to the women when I do what I do to the women. Sex sells, and I'm buying.
Helplessly humping each every chick I meet, noisily grunting like a pig between the sheets.
I look in the mirror and I go, you're gonna do this. You're sexy. You need more oil. You're gonna give it to him, and you're gonna give it to him good. That's what I do. I give it to him good.
Give me some chili. Give me some chili.
Usher has a great song where he spells his name out, and that's sort of a new thing in the world of hippie hop. That's a good idea for our band, hippie hop.
Hip hop.
Hip hop.
Hippie hop.
Well, Usher does a thing. He spells out his name. He goes, "They call me USHERRAYMOND. Baby, tell me what you want to do with me. Something like Joe to see.
Every time that you roll with me,
make it nice and slow, and never never letting up the flow. This is how the hook goes.
Let me take you to a
Place nice and quiet. Ain't no one gotta interrupt, ain't gotta rush. I just wanna take it nice and slow." So I came up with my song, which goes, "They call me DAVIDCROSBY. Let me tell you how I get high." That spells Crosby, David Crosby.
Wow, that's nice. The band's in a really good place right now.
The tour is young, Ush. Maybe we'll do a different fourth member every album from now on. Be nice to get a bitch in there,
4 legends, 1 name. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Usher. It's time to get back to the garden.
I'd roll that in a zigzag and smoke it.
Yes, everyone, if you're asking, we will continue to rewrite rock history right after this.
Yes, how can misinformation spread if you don't stay tuned?
You tell your friends, and you tell their friends, and then it goes
like
on and on.
phone tag.
Yeah, we tell you, then you tell them.
Like that.
If you haven't been watching Attack of the Show, this is what you're missing.
Sexy Jesus, sexy Wolverine, sexy Abe Lincoln.
For more info, go to g4tv.com/AOTS.
And frog. Attack. Attack of the Show. Attack.
I love you, Blair.
I love you too, Olivia.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Attack of the Show. Like she said, I'm Olivia Munn.
And I'm Blair Butler, and I'm digging this happy time with my new friend, Olivia.
Oh, my God. Me, too. Do you want to, stay up all night and eat cereal right out of the box and braid each other's hair? I'll start now. You want to braid your hair?
I'd love
Pretty
to.
bird.
But I
Pretty
have
bird.
to carve my Halloween pumpkin.
You carve pumpkins?
Yeah, don't you?
No, more of like a citrus girl. I carve lemons or like grapefruits.
Isn't that kind of messy?
oranges?
Like, what if you cut your finger and you get like lemon juice in it?
Well, Blair, not to be rude, that's a dumb question because that is a risk I'm prepared to take. Halloween is very important to me, and if you knew me at all, best buddy, you would know that.
I'd know that, I guess, if we were better friends.
Yeah, I guess if we were better friends.
Time to get that best friends forever tattoo lasered off, huh?
I tried to keep straight, but that was really funny. You're a funny girl. You're a funny girl. Okay,
that's why we're best friends.
On Monday, there will be more live Attack of the Show. Just like your TiVo promised, we will pick out TV's funniest moments so you don't have to spend more time in front of the old tube. It's the punchline. And we'll take care of all the gaming news you crave in Game Break. That is all on this Monday's Attack of the Show.
Yes.
But now, Blair, one of my favorite things ever is a taste of the most pain-inducing moments we could find on the internet. It is amazing what Googling idiot brings up. Just watch.
Ooh.
People getting hurt. It's like you really can't compare to anything else in this world.
No,
absolutely
absolutely
What was your favorite one on there?
I have to say the guy that jumps and just hits his head on the side of his bed on the wall and knocks himself out.
I gotta say, it's probably a tie between the mattress jousting, which we have to do here on Attack of the Show.
We should.
Or slap fights. I love slap fights.
And also the stripper that falls off her pole. Come on, sadder things have not been seen on TV.
How does she make money? Because really, you can't fall off your pole.
She makes money in insurance claims.
Right? Wait, hold on. I love that Blair just come up with a joke and you laugh so hard. You're like, she makes money on insurance claims. I love it. It was funny. I love it. We should do a slap fight one time. If you ever want to.
Totally.
She doesn't want to do slap fight, but I would.
For more proof that humanity should have wiped itself out ages ago, head to g4tv.com/AOTS.
Now go start your weekend. There's Halloween parties to be had. Blair, I love working with you.
I love working with you too. Slap? Slaps for old time?
Oh! Slap again!